I billed a client $3,500 last month for doing something that took me exactly 4 hours of actual work. It wasn't content creation, it wasn't SEO, and it wasn't some passive drop-shipping lie. I acted as an AI-powered digital bounty hunter. While everyone else is busy fighting over $20 blog post gigs on Upwork, I am using AI vision models to protect physical brands from the tidal wave of Chinese knockoffs hitting Amazon, Temu, and TikTok Shop. This is AI brand protection, and it is the most underserved high-ticket side hustle in the current market. The reason this works right now is simple. We are living in the great rip-off era. If a brand spends $50,000 developing a unique ergonomic chair or a specific aesthetic water bottle, a factory in Shenzhen has a visual clone listed on AliExpress within 14 days. These brands are losing 30 to 40% of their revenue to look-alike listings that steal their traffic and ruin their reputation with cheap materials. Most small to mid-sized brands are too big to ignore the problem, but too small to have a full-time legal team monitoring the entire internet. They are desperate for a solution that doesn't cost $10,000 a month in legal fees. What most people do wrong when they try to start an AI business is they look for a way to generate more noise. They want to generate more images, more text, and more generic social media posts. The world doesn't need more noise, it needs filters. If you try to sell a brand AI content, you're a commodity. If you sell them revenue recovery by nuking their counterfeiters, you are an essential service. Most people who try to do brand protection do it manually. They sit on Amazon, type in keywords, and scroll for hours. It's a waste of human life. It's slow, it's inefficient, and you miss 90% of the clones because the counterfeiters are smart. They don't use the brand's trademarked name in the title. They just steal the visual design. Here is the actual method to build this workflow without being a coder or a lawyer. First, you need to identify your targets. You aren't looking for Nike or Apple. They have massive departments for this. You are looking for Tier 2 brands, companies doing between $2 million and $20 million in annual revenue. These are the sweet spot. They have a product people want to copy, but they don't have the infrastructure to stop it. Use Perplexity to search for viral D2C brands in the home office or kitchenware niche, or top-selling independent brands on Shopify. Once you have a target, you need the tech stack. You are going to use a combination of Apify, Phantombuster, and the GPT-4o Vision API. This is where the magic happens. You set up an Apify scraper to crawl Amazon, eBay, and Temu for specific product categories. For example, if your client sells a specific minimalist wood desk organizer, you have the scraper pull the primary image of every new listing in that category. A human cannot look at 5,000 images a day, but an AI vision model can do it in seconds for pennies. You feed these scraped images into a custom GPT-4o Vision script. You give the AI a reference photo of the client's actual product and tell it, compare these two images. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely is this a visual design infringement? Flag anything above a 7. This is the opinionated part of the process. You aren't just looking for a name, you're looking for visual theft. The AI will spit out a spreadsheet of every listing that is clearly trying to pass off as your client's product. The third step is the enforcement, and this is where you actually get paid. Most platforms like Amazon via Brand Registry and Shopify have automated portals for reporting IP infringement. You take your AI-generated list of high-probability clones and you file the takedown notices. It takes 10 seconds per listing when you have the evidence ready. You aren't acting as a lawyer, you are acting as a brand integrity consultant. You are providing the data and the execution that the brand owner is too busy to do. Let's talk real numbers because I'm tired of people saying you can make millions doing nothing. You shouldn't charge by the hour. If you charge by the hour, you are punishing yourself for being efficient with AI. You charge a base retainer plus a bounty or a flat monthly protection fee. I found that $1,500 to $2,500 a month is the floor for this. If you can show a brand that you removed 50 counterfeit listings that were collectively siphoning off $10,000 in sales, that $2,500 invoice is the easiest check they will ever sign. In my case, for the $3,500 client, I was monitoring 3 different product lines across 4 different international marketplaces. The overhyped AI gurus will tell you to use automated tools that claim to do this all for you. Don't listen to them. Most of those tools are overpriced garbage that just do basic keyword searches. They miss the visual clones. By using a custom vision-based workflow, you are offering a level of precision that the big software companies haven't caught up to yet. You are using the fact that AI can now see to your advantage.
To start today, don't go out and buy a $2,000 course. Go to a site like Think Testing or Trend Hunter and find a brand that has a unique physical product. Go on Temu or AliExpress and spend 10 minutes looking for clones. You will find them, I guarantee it. Take screenshots of the clones and the original. Put them in a side-by-side comparison. This is your proof of concept. Send a cold email, not a generic one, but a specific one, to the founder or the head of operations. Say, I found 12 listings on Temu and 5 on Amazon currently stealing your design and roughly $4,000 of your monthly search volume. I have a workflow that identifies these in real time and gets them removed. Do you want the list? That is how you get your first client. You don't ask for a job. You provide a solution to a problem they didn't realize was that big. When they see the side-by-side comparison that your AI vision engine produced, they realize they are bleeding money. You are the tourniquet. The most common pushback I get is, isn't this legal work? No. You are reporting violations of a platform's terms of service. You aren't suing anyone in federal court. You are telling Amazon, this seller is using my copyrighted images or infringing on their registered trade dress. The platforms want these sellers gone because counterfeiters increase return rates and lower customer trust. You are actually helping the platform as much as the brand. If you want to scale this, you don't hire more people. You just tighten the automation. You can use a tool like Clay to find the contact information of the founders of these brands and automate the initial infringement report outreach. You can have the AI generate a weekly brand health report that you send to your clients, showing them exactly how many clones were detected and how many were successfully removed. It makes you look like a high-tech security firm, when in reality, you're just a person with a very smart set of API calls. Stop building AI chatbots for local pizza shops. They don't have money and they don't care. Start protecting assets. There is a massive gap between the brands being created today and the protection they need to survive the era of instant AI cloning. You can fill that gap. The tools are there, the demand is skyrocketing, and the competition is still trying to figure out how to write a better prompt. Use the vision models, find the clones, send the invoices. Start by picking one niche. Let's say high-end aesthetic tech accessories. Spend 2 hours tonight finding 5 brands in that space. Run a manual search on Temu for their products. If you find clones, you found a business. Don't wait for a perfect system. The system is just you, a scraper, and a vision model. This is the real AI income. It's not flashy, it's not passive, but it's high value and high margin. Go do the work.